morning. I'm sure you can hear it in my voice. I just woke up. Did I possibly forget that today was the start of Summerween? Maybe.
Editing Libby here. I'm sorry, there's a bunch of weird stuff going on with my audio. I was trying to cover up that. I don't think I did it very successfully, and I think I hit something I shouldn't have in my audio software. So sorry about like the weird tinniness of it.
TBR for Summerween. It's kind of heavy. I don't know if I can actually get it in the shot. Oh, look at me. I did. So, I am taking the guidelines as guidelines and playing a little bit fast and loose with the rules.
Editing Libby here. Sorry about all the like retakes and cuts and stuff, but we're apparently doing a ton of construction at the park this morning, so plus lawnmowers. It has been not a great day to film, but anyway. Okay, so for the romance reading challenge, 2 of like the rules, guidelines, whatever, I'm not taking them very seriously, that I created for that challenge is to read 2 romance books a week and integrate them into any challenge I do. So kind of like keep it fresh and new and whatever, especially as like a very new romance reader. So the other 2 guys that I have for here. So I've got a very secret, okay, so book number 1 is A Very Secret Society of Irregular Witches by Sangu Mandanna. I'm certain I'm butchering that pronunciation. I looked for like an easy pronunciation kind and I couldn't find one, so I do apologize for that. And my other romance for this week is The Afterlife of the Party by Marlene Perez or Paris, probably Perez though. So that's those 2 books, and yeah, excited to get into these.
One of my rules, guidelines, however one wants to put it, for that challenge is to read 2 romance books a week. So these are the ones that I'm going to be reading in the next 7 days for that as well as for this. All right, so now on to, and this is also my book that takes place in the fall. Okay, so now on to the rest of it. So these are the books that I've specifically chosen for, well, I'll put one of them for Summerween. So here are these. Start with these guys. So I am not a huge novella reader. In fact, it was hard for me to even find a novella because I got this guy from the library. I'll talk about him in a minute, but apparently technically not a novella. So instead of a novella, because I loathe graphic novels, I'm going to be reading 2 children's short story collections. So these are both Tales from the Haunted Mansion. We have Tales from the Haunted Mansion Part 1 and Part 2. These are one of those that are actually written by like 10 authors, but they're supposedly written by the librarian of the Haunted Mansion. So I have volume 1, which is Foolish, I think. And then I have volume 2, which is Midnight at Madame Leola's. So I'm reading these guys. I'm really excited to dig into these guys. Actually, I've been to read them for a while. They've been sitting on my bookshelf like taunting me. I'm also not a huge like short story collection girly, so very excited to dig into these. Okay, then I'm going to pull up my other odd pick, which is my thriller. So this is When Justice Sleeps by Stacey Arms. This is the first book in, I think, her trilogy. Do not quote me on that. I have not checked it. For her political / law thriller. Quite frankly, I looked and looked and looked, and every single thriller that was sort of spooky-ish that I was interested in reading was either not out yet. I found a ton of books that do not come out until August to December. It was also not in my library, or my library didn't have it. So, first, we have A House with Good Bones by T.kingelsher. I think I said that title right. I did, yay, go me. But I actually put this on hold for this challenge. I didn't know it was going to come in time, and it miraculously appeared yesterday. I've heard mixed things about this, but I love T.kingelsher. Basically everything I've ever read by them, except one oddball, has been at least a 4-star, so I'm excited to dig into this. And then I have Hidden Pictures by Jason Rekulak. I'm certain I'm butchering that as well. But this I've heard mixed things about. It's like a typical haunted / possessed kid story. I really actually thought he was the author for another book I really liked last year, but apparently this is his debut self-novel. He's written a bunch of other, like when Disney hires people to write their television show books and stuff like that. He's written a bunch of stuff like that, but as far as I know, this is his first debut adult novel on his own. And I have had this sitting on my TBR since it came out, which really even was that last year. I thought it was a lot longer ago, but this one has been out since 2022, and I think this was actually in the Goodreads Choice Awards, now that I think about it, last year, so I'm finally going to dig into that. Speaking of finally digging into, I also have Horrorstor, I think that's how you say it, by Grady Hendrix, which wrote the Final Girl Support Group, which is actually in a horror blog going up on my channel next week. On my paranormal / horror channel going up next week. And the Secret Society, no, not the Secret Society, the Southern Book Club's Guide to Slaying Vampires, I think, which is actually good enough for my mom read, and my mom hates horror. So that is kind of impressive. And this one I haven't touched in a long time, and this is his, set in, an IKEA, and it's supposed to be, a typical haunted house story, but set in an IKEA, in a, IKEA-type, this challenge. So, I'm just gonna go through them real quick and do a little recap. So we've got Horrorstor, Hidden Pictures, A House with Good Bones, When Justice Sleeps, Volume 1 of Tales from the Haunted Mansion, Foolish Foolish, Volume 2, Midnight at Madame Leota's, The Secret Society of Unusual Witches, The Very Secret Society of Unusual Witches, and The Afterlife of the Party. So that is my TBR for this week. Well, like I said, to get into a lot of these. I have not read some of these, and I've been wanting to.
Hi. Okay, so I wanted to quickly correct this. So this is Volume 1 of the Haunted Mansion, Tales from the Haunted Mansion. And it's actually the Fearless foursome. Sometimes with my dyslexia, I can get, especially rhyming words, confused very easily. Especially if I have to read them on the fly. So that's what happened here. Oh, and by the way, if you're wondering why I'm not mentioning the author of these books, it's because they are probably mostly ghostwritten. And they are supposedly written by the librarian of the Haunted Mansion, who is a completely fictional character. So the author that they are credited to on the book is Amicus Arcane, but I do not know who actually wrote them. So if I found that out, I will mention it in the vlog where I am reading these. But I just wanted to quickly...
That is my TBR, and I will see you guys probably Sunday with the first vlog. So, alright, see you guys later. Bye.
Thank you guys so much for watching. Like, comment, share, subscribe, all the things. There's a video somewhere up on the screen. And I will see you guys in a couple of days with the next Halloween video. Bye.